Welcome back, humans! You know what day it is. My name is Jaime, giving you exclusive vents on headlines that you didn't even know you needed. And with that said, humans, round one, vent. Okay, humans, I know, like I said before, this does sound fake. This doesn't sound real. It sounds more like movie titles and shit that's happening out here. I wish it was. I wish this was fake. But these are real documents. And no, not the ones from Largo. I'm talking about, like, these are some government documents that they wish you didn't read. They wish you didn't find these. They wish you didn't read them. And so a lot of people are reading them and putting them out there, like, on the TikToks and everything like that. And everybody's like, oh, man, don't believe that. It's just going on TikTok. But if you go to the links or you go to these, there's actual websites where you can read these documents. Your own. You can just search it. Documents for the FBI or declassified documents. And shit pops up. But before I start, I have two words. Brainwashed. Anyways, the CIA, who has a really bad track record, let me tell you. They got a really bad record when you think about it. When you search these documents, they're always the ones behind all these trouble. Like, I would have got away. They're like always behind the mystery. Or something, you know what I mean? Behind the Scooby-Doo mystery is the CIA all the time. But anyways, hey, I'm just kidding around, CIA, if you're watching. I'm just playing. But these are your documents, okay? You let these out. I'm just reading some of them and sharing them with all these other humans. So relax. One word, relax. So they planned on committing acts of terror on American citizens. That's right, humans, and back in the day. And they were going to blame it on another country. And I know this sounds familiar. It is. It's about that missile crisis in Cuba or whatever that was happening in Cuba, right? So they were planning. They even had, like, I guess these documents, I guess it was like something sent to the president and to, like, I don't know who all the people in charge are needed to see this plan, this apparent, this crazy plan. Cheers, humans. So they were planning this crazy ass plan, and they had passing around these documents and like, this is what we're gonna do. This is what's happening. And they were like, no. I guess the president didn't sign off. It was Kennedy, and he was like, no. Maybe that's another thing that got him in trouble. put him on that list. So they were even planning fake funerals for mock victims, and they were gonna blow up a ship at some harbor. I think they were gonna blow up a ship like by Guantanamo Bay or something like that. And they were going to blame it on Cuba. They were going to blame it on Cuba, humans, and they were going to so they could just go bum rush and go after, because they weren't happy with the Castro regime. Those were the words they used, the Castro regime. That's bananas. They were like so pissed off on the dude, and they couldn't just walk in there and do it for no reason. So they were trying to create a reason, and they were going to use us like as bait. Basically, some people lives were going to get lost. They were probably going to sacrifice some American citizens in order to justify them going after this guy's regime that they didn't like. Man, that's crazy. I wonder what's going on now. That's bananas. You better not get on their radar, because watch out. You know what I mean? Because that's bananas. Who else has been on this list? Like, I bet you there's more lists. I haven't gone on through there yet, but I'm going to find some more and see who's on their CIA list. Like CIAO. You know what I'm saying? So that way I don't say their names too much and get flagged or something. Because, they were going to just blame another country. Like, wow. Look what they did. Look what happens to people now with it. It's just bananas when you think about it. The CIA. Oh. You know what else they would do? I guess they would target, like, certain journalists, like individual journalists. Like, they'd be like, oh, man, you got connections. And they would go after these people and wiretap them. Surveil them, and they would bug their homes and bug their workplaces. And I guess because the reason they wanted to do all this, they were trying to get dirt on some of these people by any means necessary, because they had connections to, I guess, they used, like, I can't believe, like, all the words they used to describe, like, powerful people. They were using, like, well-off, high-end individuals and some other, two-word phrases that described, like, powerful rich. I don't know if there's powerful rich. I think when you're powerful with the money, you're probably in like close to wealthy range. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know the brackets, because those people that are super rich and know, like Pelosi family and all that, like how they control the stock market and they make all this money. I'm sure there's a bunch of money like that other people have that like ain't for Uncle Sam, right? And they probably got a whole bunch too. That's all I'm saying. So it could be like, that kind of power money. You never know. But they were like trying to get dirt by these people, like by any means necessary. So they would try to get these people, treat them like criminals, like they were treating them like there was some kind of, criminal investigation going on just this journalist, probably using government equipment and funds. And, sheesh, it's wild. Just to get some dirt on these guys. And now you see it's on a larger scale. Because if you think about it now, like all the mainstream media is like pretty much bought and paid for. And technology is like so far advanced anymore. Like they can just get dirt on anybody now. Like it don't matter now. Like it seems like anybody, like you fart loud and you're a celebrity. Like, oh man, did you see Biden? He farted. Or Biden was his pants on backwards. Biden can't talk. Everything's all like, you're watching him do everything and you're jumping on like they raided his house. They went over here, R. Kelly's peeing on kids. Crazy shit was going on and they were finding out. Because like the technology is so bananas now. Look at TMZ. TMZ is probably working for the government as well because they are just everywhere shit happens. Like they saw shit like people get in the plane. They're there when you fucking land on the plane. Then they're there where your fucking movie set is. They got to pay them so you don't show movie shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy. They're just like everywhere. Those guys they're probably government spies. They got a TV network. Ooh, a new CIA. They used that one cooking lady. I forget what her name was. Julia Childs or whatever her name was. No. That lady talked like that back in the day when she would cook and you got to put the onions in. They used her and she made like the first shark repellent for the CIA. For the CIA, yo. I'm just saying. There's a lot of things going on here. And with our technology, like I said, it's just so far advanced. And the media is like the strongest weapon right now. The media is like a crazy weapon. It's like a crazy weapon. Look how it like drives the masses. Like today, like it drives the masses so crazy today. Like one crazy story or one crazy statement in the news, like I showed you before, like on all the channels, just starts going over and over and over. Pretty much like could start a whole frenzy in society. Like it's crazy, make us all go crazy. Like I said in the popcorn, like when the popcorn kernels start popping in the kernels, like this is that part when they start the frenzies in those groups, and it just starts popping everywhere, just popping off. It's just going crazy and uncontrollable. But you know what I think? And I'm not sure, but I just have this weird feeling. Like, since they, can do this with the news and get us all going crazy and pretty much start riots just with the news. You know how when they want to piss off people and create separation, they'll only show the police, the police doing bad shit to people or killing black people. You know what I'm saying? Just to fucking piss people off and get you. Just when shit goes good for like 2 weeks, they're like, oh man, shit went down for a little bit. Throw the shit on the news. Well, what about these happy people? Happy news shit. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Get that crime back up. It almost feels like they're stoking that fire. I'm not sure, but I feel like they're saving one super doozy for election time, humans. I could be sounding a little crazy or whatever, a little paranoid, but look what's going on now. Like, they raided my man's house. They were, like, looking for some crazy documents, just went in it. But while his kid is, like, finally some people are talking about his kid possibly getting in trouble. Is he really going to get in trouble? Because of all the shit he did? And is his dad going to get in trouble? The dude is old as shit, and he probably just start talking like, yeah, I did do that. Oh, yeah, I guess I did do that. And he'll start bragging. Like, when he was talking to that dude on the hot mic, he was like, nobody fucks with Biden. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? Everybody's fucking with you, man. Look at you on the TV. Watch what you're doing when you're trying to talk. Because it's not happening. Mister, I'm only got, here's 2 words. Come on, man. Anyways, I feel like they're saving one big frenzy for the election time. And so I would say strap on your seatbelts because I think it's going to be a wild one, whatever it's going to be. I don't know what they're going to do to help this, slow down or keep from a man getting in there. It seems like a lot of media's flipping now on his ass because they know, like, we still got to watch you or not watch you after this dude's gone, after you kiss his ass, Or how about like them people on The View who's like, oh no, he ain't crazy. It's crazy hearing you say that he's not crazy, I thought you was normal when you farted on the hot mic, it's cool, she's funny again, let's be funny. No, He is crazy. And I don't say like crazy, like insane, but he's just getting old, super old in front of us on TV, and we all see it now. Other countries are doing skits on our president because he's, losing it a little bit. He's maybe, like I said, he's probably not a bad guy. I don't know the dude personally. I mean, there's a lot of creepy stories. He could be a bad guy. He could be a bad guy. But I'm not saying it. But I just know he's losing his marbles on TV every day. You know what I mean? He is losing his marbles. That's like the obvious. That is blatantly the obvious. There's no secret classified documents needed for that. That shit is a fact. But anyways, here are some more secret documents for you humans. They're not secret anymore. These have been recently declassified. And this one I would start off with two more words to describe this one. Space plane. I don't even know if our president could say space plane right now, humans. Did you see recently when they asked him questions, he just took off running? Like that one time he did like air jump roping when they asked how he was doing. But this time he just took off running, jogging. Like, dude, you fell off a bike. You better just be careful, just taking off running on me. We're waiting for your ass to fall, not just TMZ. TMZ's over there on the other side of the grassy knoll. Like, oh, we already see his ass. You know what I mean? Like, TMZ is going to catch anybody's assassination because they're everywhere. They're going to be standing by the dude with the rifle waiting for Britney Spears to come out the airport. You know what I'm saying? That's what TMZ is going to be. That's why I feel like the government already hired them. I guarantee you the government already hired their ass. You know what I'm saying? There was a TV show, too, that used to be where this guy would go, I'm going to go discover shit. And they're all dressed in like military gear. Like, come on, man, you're in military stuff. You're using military equipment. Like, what dude on a TV show you hire, or besides Bear Grylls, knows how to fucking use that equipment you're using just off the blue because they just hired you for, I went to college here, but, they taught you that shit in law school? Bullshit. You're going for the government. You know what I'm saying? You can get all these places that most people can't, so you got to get this intel, but you're shooting a TV show. I know I could be tripping, but back to the space plane. Our government has a space plane, humans, and it's a fucking real one. It's called the fucking X-37B. Look the shit up. It looks like a plane with no windows. It looks like a space shuttle with no windows, right? But that ain't it. Okay, this thing can like go in and out of orbit like it ain't shit, like it is like it's nothing, like it's a layup. And this thing has that kind of capabilities, right? But only the government knows what the hell it's doing up there because we're not allowed to know what's going on up there. What's going on? So people are speculating this thing has like weapon capabilities and shit. Like this thing's got some crazy like high tech weaponry, and not only that, it'll take out satellites or something like from an enemy or some shit, right? I don't know. This thing looks pretty advanced. There's some pictures of it. But there's also some weird-ass stuff about it. Like, those speculations, right? They're all, like, about the weapon capabilities. So this is why I'm like, why did we make this kind of space plane? Why do we have this Space Force if there ain't some kind of shit out there, right? And that's what I don't know if those are facts. Like I said, those are just the speculation parts of it because we don't really... Like I said, we don't really know too much about it other than it does exist and that it does go in and out of orbit. And we don't know what it's doing in orbit, but and it's ours. But we don't have the same technology that you have. You probably have this stuff, like I said, you see all this crazy advanced, super advanced technology, and all we got is smartphones and computers and game consoles and and big screen TVs. That's all we get. You know what I mean? And you want us to start driving electric cars right now. Like, just start driving electric cars. Look, that's all the smart technology we get. No, I don't want to go. I want to still drive my gas car still. I don't want to play your game yet until you show us some crazy. You're like, we should do it right now. That's because Biden is old and he saw this technology y'all have. And he done messed it up. He done blew the secret for y'all. That's what happened. The jig is up. Well, humans, if that's not bad enough, the way they were wasting our government money, I guess in the 60s, these guys wanted to spend millions of our fucking money on making spy cats. That's right, humans. That one actually is 2 words. I mean, he couldn't say it. But this spy cats. They wanted to make Mission Impossible cats. Like 007 cats to go and spy on the Soviet Union. Why do I always got... I thought when the wars ended, like we were supposed to be like peaceful. They just like never liked these people. They always like that's one of their main targets. And now we're over here using these guys to launder money. Was they really at war, or were they friends? Anyways, spy cats, humans. They wanted to train cats to be spies, to spy on Russians. That is crazy. I wonder what made them think that would work. Like, I got an idea. What kind of drugs was the government on? You know, when they were testing all these substances and calling them like class one, controlled substances. What was they on when they were like, we could train cats to be spies? What? What made them think they could train cats? Cats are like, don't want to fuck with you unless they want to fuck with you. That's what's cool about cats. They're like, look, come pet me right now. And then when they're done, like, oh no, leave me alone. You either got one of those cats or you got a cat, you got a baby all the time. Most cats are like, hey man, all right, I don't want to mess with you right now. You know what I mean? So what makes you think she was going to train those things? I mean, obviously it failed. I mean, that's why I believe they made all these robots and like smartphones and like drones and AI robots and shit like that and like smart cars and smart everything, smart fridges, smart TVs. Because like everybody knows now, like I mean, I think they just found out. So they even tried to make laws and shit to try to do it, but they couldn't do it because they tried to change the laws. They're probably gonna have to change that shit back because everybody knows you can't control pussy. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you would hit me with a subscription, smash that like button, and turn on them notifications. My name is Jaime, and this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya. I guess